All right, welcome, folks. We are live. We're gonna be doing something a little different today. I'm gonna turn the alerts off. I guess they've been off, but I'm gonna turn them off on my side as well. So don't give me money. We'll be doing some multiplayer coaching with ADEF. So I'll be in a call. Not taking it super competitively, especially in the first couple matches, and then we'll see how it goes. I do think ADEF might be running a little bit late, so let's just do a quick warm-up run. Just so that I can remember how to click all the cards. And then we'll just be waiting on ADEF, I think, is running a couple minutes late, but that's fine. Ethan and Leo, thank you for the subs. Hui. I think it's always the buffoon pack check. Rewarded. Guess we're still playing flushes. So after this, you and Ran coach him on Elden Ring? Well, ADEF did offer the exact opposite of that. Probably would be this. I don't know. Again, we're just kind of killing time. Maybe we'll take this fella. Why did I keep that king? Any fives? Guess not. I want ADEF to coach me on Pokemans? I would be a bad student for that. Chris, thank you for the 5. Welcome to the stream. 10? They don't exist. This is open-ended. It's a dangerous message to send, Cinema. Twitch does not like that. The extra context may keep you safe. It's the same straight as before. Oh, I missed the A. Expecting the streamer to read. Can't imagine. Just give me an 8, maybe a queen. There we go. Just pardon me. Why didn't that just win in one like I wanted it to? annoying. Here. Your boss blind. The hook. I don't think that procs. Thank you, Cinema. It does not. You know, this is... I didn't get punished for it, but I think that was such a bad early game draw towards a straight that I should have maybe just, like, used the hook, discards, and thrown a hand. Two or a 7. Two or a 7. Am I dead here? Who's coaching who? Well, the guy who's never played multiplayer Balatro is probably going to be coaching the Season 1 champion. I think that's a safe bet. Cool. Oh. I'm dead here. That was a load-bearing misprint. GG. Run it back. What if we do all the bad plays? Load-bearing misprint, also the Supreme Court's justification for the Second Amendment jurisprudence. Well, I mean... I had a bit there, but now I got distracted by the rare Joker skip actually paying out for some reason. Ooh, nice. John Brown Ceramics Ramen. Hashtag ad. I should probably be going faster if we want to try and finish this run. But it does sound like ADF will be ready here soon anyway. pair. That's another one we can farm up. Let's see what's in here. Pair of 5s. I thought I had one additional hand there. This is a great warm-up. Fine, I'm only half paying attention. I'm trying to keep an eye on Discord to see when ADF is ready. Bummer. I think I just sell this because we are on checker deck. Alright, the good news is you don't have to think if you have a Grimbo. I think we have enough money that we can justify farming this. Be careful and don't make the same mistake twice in a row. Dual scaling. This always catches up though. Hand type. What? Can we take this for sure? Maybe you should have sold the sock there actually. Bummer. That was the only bad outcome there. Need a decent draw on the backswing. That's good enough. I mean, the Supernova is better. I'd just gotten done spending on the red card is the frustrating thing there. This is good. Buy this just to hope for the block. Start here. Goodbye. Need this. One of these. Fine. It is slightly better. No, it's not. It's so much worse. Cool. It's actually not a bad castle. Imagine not giving me an onk here. Go to riddance. Wins. We are discarding spades. Comp. All right, ADF is ready. So let's go ahead and give him a call.
Greetings.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and create a lobby for us, and then we can start talking about what's going on here.
Okay. I mean, I watched that video from Bean that you sent. And hang on one second, sorry. Had to send a message. Yes, I think I watched that video from Bean that you sent. And obviously I didn't like take notes or anything, but none of it really was like that surprising, I guess.
Right.
Like, I think the thing that I need to really internalize is like the goals for setting up are different in PvP than single player. Like, you know, I should be prioritizing econ and tarot generation maybe even more than usual.
Yeah, that's one of the things is like taking the time to like eke out as much value from like hands is the thank you, Zeno. eking out as much value from hands on things like purple seals, mail-in rebate, golden ticket is another high value econ engine, Midas Mask to get the golden ticket online. So like trading hands for value is very, very important.
How often are you like lucky card fishing?
Not as frequently unless you have retriggers, but something to consider with the lucky cards specifically, and this applies. So lucky cards have a game long queue. So the earlier and the more frequently you can play lucky cards, the higher potential you have to get ahead of your opponent in money. That's a little bit different than things like the jokers in the shop and like in-round tarot generation. Those are anti-long queues. So like knowing that you could potentially like that could both could knowing the difference between those two could make certain differences where knowing that you want to play the lucky cards early and often is important, meaning you might favor creating lucky cards at the start of the game more than at the end of the game. Whereas, when it comes to tarot generation, if you miss a death or a glass card, that could be a resource that you're not able to catch up for. So, like, that's why taking the time to try and eke out those value engines is important.
Okay. As we get started here, I don't know what the etiquette is, because in other PvP style games with lobby codes, like if I'm streaming, I hide the game before putting the lobby code in. Is that necessary here?
No, you can just you can paste it in from clipboard.
Okay, so I go play, join lobby, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yeah, and once you're in, nobody else can get in anyway, so...
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess we're on a custom build also, right?
Not or somewhat. Most of the back end stuff that's custom for us is like on separate mods, but
okay.
All right, so I guess general premise. You're exactly right that like the way that it differs primarily is really getting every bit of value from your resources is very important, because if you're not, your opponent potentially is, and they could get ahead of you as a result. The other thing to keep in mind is everything is perfectly vanilla with regard to like everything that's in the game. So all of the jokers work the same way. Glass cards are available. So
right.
Because of that, glass retrigger builds are usually strongest. You need a lot of extra help in order for something like a Baron build to outweigh even just a glass retrigger, whether or not you get idle into the mix. It's going to get online quickly and more efficiently.
To that end, like, obviously it makes sense to me. Also, I started recording for my VODs channel. I hope that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So it makes sense to me that, like, obviously you have a limited number of lives, and like taking lives early is just good. Because
yes.
like, so even if you are doing a risky play early that only benefits you for one ante, like a seltzer or a ramen or something like that, where it's like, or jokers that are only good in the early game because it's multiplicative scaling that's fine in ante 2 but not good in ante 6, for example.
Yes.
That is still good because taking lives is good, I presume.
Again, yes, lives are a resource. You do get comeback money as a result. Like, the more as you lose lives, you get money as a result of those lives. But like, you still run the risk of, if you just sack the first 3 lives, sure, you have a lot of extra money, but it just one thing needs to go right for your opponent, right?
Right.
And then you're out of the game. There are some situations where in the past, players would like maybe intentionally sacrifice a life in order to get some extra money, even to the big or the small blind, just to get some extra money. Those are becoming increasingly more rare because the value of lives is is important. So you can just like out tempo your opponent by, especially on higher stakes, taking some like junk gold stake jokers. Things like Acrobat is pretty high value. Things like You know, even you mentioned a ramen could be potentially
Right.
valuable to pay like maybe $5 for a ramen in exchange for one of your opponent's lives could be worthwhile.
Right, because the lives are like the resource.
Yes.
Like if the goal of Balatro broadly is to like min-max your resources, in PvP there is one resource by which you win or lose. And
yeah,
I feel like
money is the primary resource.
Well, yeah.
Still, I think in that case, because and so lives can be traded for money, but there's so many ways to get money in the game that like it's not necessarily an even trade always to give up your life or to give up a life for some money.
Is and this is my last like sort of question. Well, I have two more questions before we get started that are just like broad, I guess. The first is obviously like at gold stake or higher stakes generally in single player, like high card and pair slop are quite good. Is that the case in higher antes in this?
Less so, especially in higher antes. You still like you need to survive the blinds, right?
Right.
The difficulty in higher stakes is that you need to get comfortable pivoting from those pair slop and high card builds into something that maybe has that re-trigger like glass potential. So basically, and sometimes that means taking an Eternal Joker that looks a little silly in an endgame lineup, but you know, at most a run is going to go 8 antes, so it's very hard to find, especially on higher stakes, 5 out of 5 of your Jokers being the late game Jokers. So you just kind of, you know, you keep maybe you take an Eternal Joker that gives you some flat mult early to keep you alive, and then you know, you find a way to pivot into that late game build, or you just out-tempo your opponent with the strong early game Joker is another, you know, option as well.
Right. And then my last question is like, are there any rules in Major League Balatro specifically that I should be aware of? Because I know there's like some weirdness with like who plays hands first in the PvP blinds and like whether or not you go next and win.
Yes. So the timer is a little bit longer. So first of all, there's also, specific to Major League Balatros, there's a grace given for the first timer is just a warning, not a life loss. There's an audio cue when your opponent hits the timer, as well as when the timer goes off. There are also audio cues when your opponents lose lives in the blind, so you'll get, you know, you'll get accustomed to those. But the main one is the first timer is not a life loss. Oh, not any. I'm getting word from the commissioner that it is a life loss. Sorry about that. So
I'm actually getting word from my insiders that I'm allowed to do whatever I want. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Well, I don't. My inside line.
I'll be honest with you. I don't timer people when it's their first match. I don't know who you're up against in your first match, but I'm not gonna. If it were me, I wouldn't be timering you. But
I mean, I play pretty quick. And also coming from a speedrun background, personally, I'm not worried at all about the timer.
Yeah. So
that's
so your specific question, who plays first in the PvP? Somebody has to play a hand first, right? It just happens naturally. Right. But the rule is whoever has the lower score is forced to make a move. So now that doesn't mean that the person that has the higher score can't start playing additional hands to maybe get some value, to like dig through their deck, try and find those golden ticket cards, try and capitalize on those golden ticket cards. They can still play hands, but like if you're at a standstill, the lower score has to go. What that means is that you know, maybe like you get less information when you need to start considering how much glass am I going to play here, and you know, how much do I want to risk. So there is an advantage to maybe playing a throwaway hand that scores a little bit more than your opponent, so that you can force that initiative onto them.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. And then for idle hits, are the odds changed to prioritize a thing you've deck fixed towards more readily?
So the way it works, I don't know if you know how it works in base game.
Yeah, I mean, it's an equal weight based on percentage of cards in deck, I presume.
Yes, so, like, but the way that it does it is it takes your 52 card deck and it selects one of them. It selects one of them based on the position of your starting deck. So let's say you death a 2 of spades into a King of Hearts. I death a 3 of clubs into that same king of hearts. When the idol selects naturally, if it picked that 2 of spades for you, that means your king of hearts hits and you win. Just because I selected a different card as the death target into that king, even though I have just as many kings as you in my deck, I lose because that 3 of clubs was the selected card, and it just so happened that I chose a different card. The way that it's changed is it's basically like buckets that is more like with how
it's changed to how I would visualize it, how I would actually think it would work.
Exactly.
So like if I have 26 jacks, the game is basically doing a coin flip.
Yes.
On like it's either 26, it's either the jack of hearts or whatever, or something else from the other pile.
The other thing that it benefits, and this is something to consider as well. Let's say you have 15 king of hearts, and you have you haven't quite strengthened them all yet, but you have maybe 5 queen of hearts. Queen of hearts then becomes a more likely hit than it would as well, so you can like build towards maybe 2 different things, which is is pretty common because flush house is an early hand that people play towards a lot. So like you get some you get rewarded for building towards not filling out necessarily one 52 card deck full of the same card, but like having the capacity to play flush 5 of a portion of your deck, basically.
So like low key, is Sigil actually pretty decent in an early state, like just to give you some direction?
Yes, Sigil, even suit, like one single suit changer can get you a flush house online, right? And that can win the first PvP in and of itself. So if you draw a full house,
I guess like Ancient Joker also is just like
Ancient Joker
so good that like suit changers into the PvP blinds if you have Ancient Joker is
exactly.
Like a godsend.
Ancient Joker is one of the and you see wild cards see more play as a result of Ancient Joker being higher value. Ancient Joker Dusk is just like a game-winning combo on its own, so because of the fact that you have your re-trigger and on-scoring effect already. But
there's no boss blinds, right? So the plant and the heart and the okay.
So, but you're absolutely right, because Ancient Joker is a consideration, or those suit fixers being up in your inventory is important. Because your deck is never going to be fully fixed, those suit changers up in your inventory are also going to be useful, right? Let's say you have 15 kings, but only like 10 of them are the suit that you want. You hit an offsuit, well, then you just need to find the appropriate like suit changer, and then you've got 5 kings you can play still.
So you're almost like sometimes you benefit from not deck fixing too much.
I mean, you still want to increase the chances of that idol hitting, but you need to be you're not just like, it's not your typical single player idol build where you fix your deck perfectly and then you just relax. You're constantly moving to adjust to the idol.
Okay. Heard. Sweet. Okay. I mean, do you just want to rip one and see what happens?
Yeah. So what I thought for the first one is we just keep open comms for the first one.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
Not even worried about the outcome. Just like talking through what's available, so that if any difficult edge cases come up that are worth discussing, we can hit those in the moment.
Ghost deck, white stake, a man after my own heart.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very common occurrence, so it feels like a good one to practice. We will get some practice on the wheel spun purple stake yellow deck, so we will get some practice on that by the end of it.
Purple is rentals, right?
No, it's just the score scaling.
Okay, when is it orange that gets rentals?
Orange, gets rentals. Wait, no, it gets perishables.
Perishables, okay. I truly... Orange perishable, gold rental. Okay. And then what's the stake before that gives Eternals?
Black stake gives Eternals.
Black. Yeah. Okay.
So those are the breakpoints that you want to know. Black stake is a pretty common selection as well, because Eternals add interesting things to them, and it's also right before the blue stake discard gets evaporated.
Right.
So like that's kind of a very
skill
common
check.
middle ground. Is black stake, because it's still fun enough. You get your discards, but you still have like you said, the skill check of Eternals.
Okay, sweet. All right,
I'm gonna send it off, and before we even click in, something to consider, especially early antes, and especially on white stake. Rare skips are overvalued in PvP. So early antes, you want to be not only tunneling in on investment tag, but also a rare skip, because there's so many rare skips that, or rare jokers that just end the game for you if you have them and your opponent doesn't.
Okay. This is my first time using a lot of these quality of life mods that are on display. Mm-hmm. What the hell is this black box with the 0 out of 0 below my inventory?
That's not going to... That shouldn't be there. That's like a multiplayer exclusive thing. I don't think that that will have nothing in it. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay. All right.
And then the thing,
there's
the thing directly,
1 out of 2.
Yeah, none 1 out of 2. That's just your that's what's in your Fool. That will list what your last used tarot card or planet card is. So
wow, baby game for babies. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have to do what I do, which is just constantly for 10 minutes go strengthen my Fool, strengthen my Fool, strengthen my Fool over.
Well,
and
I
over
usually
again.
just check the collection. The collection will tell you what's in your Fool if you.
The collection tells you, bro. I'm washed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're just going into the small blind then, because none of these skips are worth.
Exactly.
And I presume, like, obviously econ generation is good, so like playing and winning in one hand is obviously good. So like I personally would fish for an ace high straight or the ace high flush.
Yeah. Usually flush is your best bet through the first blind. But yes, getting through in the early game when you don't have value generators to generate value from is the good play. But like that quickly stops being the case once you get some like econ engines.
Okay. All right, I am in the first shop.
Okay.
According to Bean, business card is a, quote, must take.
Yes, and I would agree with that. Now, what's going to be a little bit
I would open the buffoon pack first, though, personally. I don't know.
Right. Well, because there's a bit of a risk there, right? Depending on what you want to use the hex on. If you want to use the hex, I would take the business card and hex it, because that's likely to stay in my lineup for a while. More likely than like your random buffoon pack joker. But
okay.
The first buffoon pack, unless you have a really good reason not to, is almost always a purchase. The reason is, again, we play with ante-based shops. So as soon as the ante resets, you get a new shop queue. That means if there's something good in this buffoon pack, your opponent sees that you don't, you are way behind at the start.
Does the stack of jokers so like my understanding of how PvP handles the sort of like flowing queue of anti by anti joker list or whatever is like it's just the stuff rolled to in the shop. Does that include stuff in the buffoon pack? So like the runner and the business card, and then there's 2 things in the buffoon pack. That's the first stack of 4 that you see.
No. So the buffoon pack is separate. The buffoon packs are separate from the shop queue.
Is that an anti-queue also, the shops?
Yes, both are anti-queue. So that let's say there's a blueprint there isn't, but let's say there's a blueprint in this buffoon pack. If there's no buffoon pack in the next shop, you do not see that blueprint. Is why. So again, because you're not just evaluating things based on what is the best play for a given seed to win. You're also considering what could give me an advantage over my opponent and vice versa. So missing out on something in a buffoon pack is going to be, a big shift in terms of like the matchup.
Okay. Based on the boss blind, I chose the half joker.
Yeah. All right. One last thing before we leave this first shop, and this is me being unfamiliar. Like a legitimate play could have been sell the hex and open the standard pack for that same reason that I just gave that whole spiel on about the about missing out on something in a pack. Standard packs are also overvalued in general in PvP because you're looking for seals. All of the seals are really good. It's like I think that selling the hex was probably the better play and then buying the standard pack, because 1.5x is pretty meaningless in the grand scheme of things, especially on white stake, whereas getting a purple seal in the first pack, getting a red seal early is huge. Because Hanging Chad is one of the best jokers in the format, a gold seal is extraordinary. Like your worst seal in most games, especially on white stake, is a blue seal. And blue seals, as you know, are, you know, very strong. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could sell the half joker and just open the pack still.
Yeah, there is. I mean, there is a line with that. You and you're welcome to do it if you want. I don't like, because the half joker. Something else you want to consider is the half joker gives you a bit of control over when you score, which is important for like value engines like a business card.
Getting business card value, yeah.
Exactly. So you can, like, it's good for, you know, again, you want things like a green joker or a red card that just give you flat mult consistently. Those can mess up some of your value engines because you're scoring too quickly.
Okay.
So the way it works out is with business card is that when you do get into the blinds with it, anytime you're playing at least two face cards, you're expecting positive EV, right?
Right. Okay, I'm in the next shop.
Okay.
How valuable is blank? Probably not that valuable if I had to guess in the grand scheme of like sacking my econ at a speculative voucher that right now does nothing.
Exactly. It very much can swing games, but again, if you consider what we talked about at the start, right? You're always you only have a maximum of 8 antes, right? It's even on white stake, It's not common that you're going to find 5, let alone 6 late game jokers. But it does give you the potential to get more value generators, so you have more room for more econ engines. But it's really hard to justify buying vouchers in the first ante that aren't overstock or reroll, because you just want to see more shops. You need better jokers, not more jokers.
In that case, my inclination in this shop is just to start Jumbo Arcana.
Yeah,
but there's also an argument for the Celestial pack.
Right. I think Celestial packs are a little bit less valuable than they would be in just completing the blinds. Like, a lot of your scoring, especially on white stake, can just be covered by like the half joker and the polychrome. I think there is upside to the Arcana because again, you don't have a lot of time for deck fixing. The earlier you can get it online, the better. I think the only reason it's even a consideration, though, is because there's Aria and Econ Engine in play. You really want to have that interest rolling over where you can as well.
Right. So are you opening this pack?
I think I would deliberate over it for a while and not. But like, if I think it could go either way because of the existence of the business card.
I think my inclination is to open it, so I'm going to.
All right, go for it.
So in this pack, there's an interesting decision to make because there's there's a number of jokers that are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The two most important, I think, well, 3, Magician, Lovers, and Hanged Man are all here. So like the question, I guess, is like, do you prioritize deck fixing or getting lucky cards, or like speculative wild?
I mean, yeah, that's a tough. I think the lowest value there, because we don't know that, like, Ancient is a rare, so we don't necessarily want to build for it.
Right.
Wild cards do have the benefit of helping with your idol as well, so they have uses outside of that. I think it's still the lowest value option in that, but earlier in the game, Magician is weighted higher. Later in the game, the Hanged Man is weighted higher. So I think because we're anti-1 here, I would lean towards that Magician and then just digging for that lucky card, especially if you can get it on a face card, which you're incentivized to play anyway.
Right.
You want to be playing face cards repeatedly. You have control over your scoring with the half joker so that you can get further through your deck to find them. And then, because I'm not opening this pack, that gives you potential to get ahead of me in that lucky card queue. And, $20 could snowball quickly into much more than that.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'm through, and we had some procs.
Yeah. The business card has been not terrible so far.
Delayed Grat was another joker Bean said was a, quote, can't skip early antes.
Yeah, so because of the 3 discard 6 and reliable scoring and easy scoring on white stake, like you can just cleanly get by without discarding. There's obviously exceptions, like if you have a mail-in rebate, you're going to prefer getting value there. But
right.
Another thing, I'm at $27 right now. As soon as I'm over $20, I'm opening every Arcana pack just because Hermits exist, and like that's when, in my mind at least, I've earned the right to start opening Arcanas.
You don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right.
Exactly.
Something like that. Okay, I opened the pack. I fooled my magician, and I bought Delayed Grat. I'm at $10. I'm gonna walk to the small blind.
Okay.
Is my general plan.
Yeah. We're in a similar spot. I'm up a little bit of money and down a lot of lucky cards is what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. Okay, well, I won too fast because the lucky card procced. But the Delayed Grat helps me in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for you. Are you in the in between shop for small blind, big blind right now?
I was getting down to business, but now I'm here.
What? What is that? So ominous.
Well, I was doing some business card farming.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Not all of us have lucky cards that get us through in one.
Well, not all of us wanted that lucky card to get us through in one. Okay, so I have $28. My feeling is that seed money is not really very essential if we're only playing 8 antes, unless I have an abundance of money before leaving this ante.
Right. I would agree with that. If you get a money hit, then it might be worth considering.
So then, am I rolling? Once.
I probably
maybe.
would. I think that this is, depending on how much money you have, there's an argument for, 1 or 2 Celestial packs. The problem is, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any semblance of direction at this stage in the run, so I don't even know what hands to level, right? Like, maybe I'm considering high card just because it helps me with the half joker, but that's not like a late game build towards, so I'm just throwing, potentially $10 away on something that, like, isn't going to have long-term benefit. So how much money are you sitting at right now?
I just rolled from 28 to 23.
Okay. I think that's what I would have done as well.
And that roll provides banner and bull. And my sort of feeling is like, if I buy either of these, I'm going to clear the big blind too quickly to generate any value. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, this does provide, in early game, I imagine, in like the first PvP round, chips are actually quite good.
Right.
So like, part of me feels like one of these would help in the PvP, but I feel like these are common enough and not good enough that I can stall for one more shop, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm taking the bull in this situation just because of what you mentioned. That could allow me to snake a life off of you in the first blind. It also kind of it plays nicely with the money farming that we're incentivized to do anyway.
Right.
And it's like, it's not necessarily enough score on its own that it's going to get you through too quickly, if you're careful. And also, like, the business card is a lot less important to farm than some of the other things.
Right, like my delay gratification is probably going to get me more money per ante or per round right now than the business card.
Exactly. And like, if you only have one face card to have, it's like, it's neutral EV to just to trade a hand for like a 50-50 for $2, right?
Right, because it's, yeah, okay. I think because my money isn't as strong, I'm actually going to hold, and I'm going to go next.
Yeah, and you have slightly more incentive to, like, not want to win as quickly because on top of the business card, you also do have the lucky cards.
Okay, well, does this win? 39 times 23 is 897. Yes, it does. Okay. Oh, I forgot about the 1.5x. We're so fine. Completely forgot about the x. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You can barely see it on the business card anyway.
Okay. Grimbo is bait in PvP.
Yes. Before anything, no matter where my money is right now,
standard.
I'm looking at these standard packs.
Purple Seal, I guess, is just like an auto take.
Absolutely. And it's another thing to consider. It's on an enhanced hackable card. So that's something that you could re-trigger. You're already incentivized to death early purples, but like not only is it it's good because that death could give you purples, but it's also good because that could be part of your late game, build if it becomes a hack seed.
Right.
Similar thing applies to the if you open the second one, there's a 10 with a purple in it. That's one strength away from a jack. Jacks are frequently built towards because you can increase your density of face cards to make a photo chat build get online faster.
So I rolled down a little bit. I picked up an aura and a chariot, but there is a devil one roll further, and I feel like losing the aura for the devil maybe is wise.
I would, again, so you want to think about if we're building towards re-triggers.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The aura it's not guaranteed, but the aura is going to be potentially better. I would say that the gold card at this stage in the run is much more valuable than a chariot. The chariot's not going to do a whole...
Yeah, I wanted to drop something.
Yeah. The chariot's not going to do a whole lot for you, just at this stage in the run, but it can, it's one of those things that increases in value later. Getting the devil online, though, is not only important because it gives you $3 immediately, it also makes golden ticket possible to appear.
Yeah. Okay. So if I click ready on the boss blind, that pings you?
So I just readied up, and then if I click the timer, it'll start.
I see. Okay. So, like, I obviously, if we were actually playing, and we weren't communicating, I wouldn't know that. I could maybe guess you would have picked up Banner or Bull.
Right.
And so, like, I might know that I'm a little far behind. So the question becomes, like, do I want to just sack the life and play towards the delayed grat? Or do I fish for my lucky cards?
Right, and that's where the turn order kind of gives you some give or take. You can, one of us is gonna, drop a throwaway hand. So maybe I throw out something like this. Now that's not gonna tell you much, right? That might tell you, oh, I have a chance at winning this if I play 4 half joker hands. That might tell you,
right,
well, he doesn't have score, or he's saving up for one big hand. So, there's a little bit of give and take when it comes to what is incentivized here.
Sure.
The first round, with a delayed gratification, you might see both players just trying to farm out that delayed gratification, seeing how much, additional money they can get off of that. Because like you said, that's going to be more on average than the business card.
Right. Okay.
But like I said earlier, you also, have more incentive to see 5 cards per hand because you want to find those luckies and get, some more money through as well. So in reality, I probably shouldn't have thrown that last hand. I just have a bad habit of doing it. But there are some times where even if I'm ahead, I just want to close it out so that I can, get some more chances at proccing business card. I might want to throw some additional hands before you.
Right, because if I send my last hand, it'll take us out of the boss blind immediately, win or lose.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even if I have hands left to give, I might miss out on some business card value, or a really critical one is golden ticket and mail-in rebate. If I miss out on that because I don't play fast enough, I could get punished for greeting the turn order.
Okay. Heard that. Okay, I'm starting to, I think, understand the flow of the thing.
Yeah. So other cards that like are overvalued in PvP are something like a Drunkard, not only because it gives you some extra money off delayed gratification here, but also the more of your deck that you can see, the better you're able to get those value engines like the purple seals we just added. The more likely you're able to draw, like one big hand in almost every situation trumps several medium-sized hands, right? Because of the orders of magnitude that are possible in Balatro. So being able to consistently hit your specific hand with something like one extra discard is a big deal.
That makes sense. Oh, I should have looked at my Fool. Okay. Okay. Business card, you can wake up at any time, dude. That would be fine. Buddy?
Business card is doing its best, all right?
It doesn't seem that way. Oh, boy. That's worth. Yes, sir.
You get that
so
money
like
hit?
if I get a no, but I got a death.
Okay.
So I have a foil lucky card face card. I assume I'm deathing that and not the gold card. Because I'm looking forward in the immediate future, like, okay, I've lost a life. I need to recoup some score in the short term. So like for me, like although gold cards are just absolutely fucking goated, I just feel like I want the scoring card to be drawn more often.
Yeah, I think that three lives isn't an insurmountable amount, so I wouldn't be
of course, yeah.
too stressed about that now. You know, I would think about more how much time do I have left in this game? You have 3 lives left of game, even in the worst case scenario. So I would lean more towards. I would favor the lucky card.
So much value.
I would favor the lucky card over the gold card, just because again your advantage right now is those lucky cards. But I might be inclined to. Oh my god, the business card is terrible. To save the death for one of the purples still.
So I'm gonna trust my gut on this one.
Yeah, just because I do something doesn't mean you have to.
No, of course. I value your insight, to be clear. Ooh, there was a money hit. Yummy, yummy. Okay.
Okay, that's not what I want to hear.
You don't want to hear me say yummy, yummy?
Well, no, I don't want to hear you say you got a money hit.
I see. Okay.
Okay, and so as you start assembling a build and maybe getting some of those like 4 of a kinds more regularly able to be drawn, that's when you can justify looking in those the celestial packs as well, because you know that you can consistently not only get the value, like get the value off of them, but you have a better sense of what you're building towards, right? These are some heavy purple seals. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I don't, huh?
They're just not getting, they're constantly at the bottom of my deck.
Yes, okay. I understand.
All right. Another thing to consider as you go into the last shop of a PvP.
Yeah.
In single player, you're incentivized to hold extra money going into the boss blind because there's going to be a voucher in the shop. In PvP, you're incentivized a little bit more to maybe overroll because oftentimes you have the potential to generate more value in a PvP blind than a PvE blind because as you've noticed, you sometimes just accidentally beat the the big and the small blind. So you can make that money back up in the PvP a little bit easier than you can in like a single player matchup. And again, if you consider the anti-base queues, you don't want your opponent to be rolling deeper than you and getting rewarded for it.
Makes sense.
So you don't want to send yourself, into debt or go broke as a result of it, but you want to, maybe roll you don't necessarily want to adhere as strictly to the $25 rule as you might in like a single player run.
Okay.
And I immediately regret telling you that. Unless maybe I rolled harder than you. We'll see.
So I have to play first.
No. Somebody's going to play first just kind of naturally. I guess there's no reason for me to stall out here, I guess is what it comes down to. But now that I have a score on the board, you have to play first.
Okay.
But maybe I want to eke out some value, so maybe I play faster. Excuse me?
Is something wrong, Roffle?
What are we doing here? Okay.
So I'm not supposed to just keep playing. I guess.
You can if you have a reason to. You are, right? Like if you have lucky cards in hand and you want to get them in before I close it out, that's a good reason to. If you have if you have a lot of face cards that you want to play, that could be a reason to.
So we would have had antimatter, is what I'm understanding.
I believe so, but that's a specific rule change to this season as well. That's not necessarily how vouchers normally work, but
I see.
But there were some edge cases last season that made people feel pretty helpless, so it was a mid-season change.
I may lose a life if I'm not careful. Okay. Should be fine. Oh, right, I forgot about you. Okay. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, man.
How's it going? How's your build
So good.
looking?
I've got something going on. It's not being very kind.
That's what I like to hear.
Dude.
Selfishly. Wow. These draws are repulsive.
Yeah, they're quite bad. I mean, I'm digging kind of greedily, I will say, but
That's how you know you're doing it right.
sure. Okay, we're actually so fine. All right.
I'm angry. It's always 2 purple showing up when you have 2 or when you have 0 discards left, am I right?
This guy's played Balatro.
Yeah.
I think my problem is going to probably be I think I'm going to play too fast.
I have that problem too, so
I'm
you
going
came
to
the
need
right
to
place.
check myself. Well, because as compared to like Doc, who, and I love him to death, but man plays like the sloths in Zootopia. Like I
mean, he can get going when he needs to.
yes, his top speed is much higher than my top speed, to be clear.
Yeah.
But I just think that like his ability to critically consider every single game piece is so goated. Like I don't have the patience to play the way he does, but he plays exceptionally well. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Well, we'll just get Doc here on the coaching instead of me, is I think what you're saying.
I didn't say shit, Roffle. I'm not saying shit.
Are you playing against either Sizak or Bear this season?
I don't know.
Okay, if you are, you will understand the true meaning of slow and methodical players.
Okay. So I'm supposed to send my last hand first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in reality, like, I should have slowed down and, like, mapped out my discards with that in consideration, but, like, let's be honest, I'm not doing that.
I got so much weaker without Lucky Brox. Holy shit. Okay.
I think we might be cooking up something similar here.
I think it's likely.
Do you have a boy that makes you say Pog?
I have a boy that kind of did me dirty a couple weeks ago for a while, and then made me say Pog.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Unfortunately, for both of us, because we both have that fella, he just kind of gets outmatched by Dusk long term. So,
really?
Yeah. So the Baron is fine to like keep you alive because it is a holographic. But, like, the Dusk is the thing to build towards, because Dusk with glass cards is more score than, like, 2x is more than 1.5x, right?
That's just math.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm thinking about dropping Delayed Grat for it so that I can keep building towards everything that I have. Yeah,
especially now that you have some purples in your deck, you're going to want to, like, that Delayed Grat is, I've been out of that for a bit just so that I could, you know, make use of the purples. You want, Delayed Grat is good early because it gets you to the interest threshold, but then, like, the interest cap basically does what delayed gratification is already doing, right?
Sure.
And so what now you're looking to do is turn those purple seals into glass cards if you can.
You mean leverage them into glass cards?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then the Dusk also, you know, makes the gold seal that's in that standard pack a little bit more valuable. Like, it just does a lot of It makes the business card, if you still have it, more valuable. Although my business card refuses to go off, so what do I know?
Oh yeah. Okay. Score be going up. Score be going up in a meaningful way. Me when I'm greedy?
It's always the greed line.
I think this still wins. Especially with any molt hit. Hello? Okay, it's still won. All right. Is a familiar decent, actually, for a lot of builds?
Yes, because it can get you glass and gold cards. It as you start to get your deck a little bit more established, it gets worse. But it can be good for helping get your deck established early.
Okay.
Wait, dumb.
Oh my god! This shop is fucking crazy! Holy moly! Okay. I'm gonna timer you, big guy. You've been timered.
Oh no. I don't like all that. Whoa, no. Did you take a showman?
No.
Oh. Oh no.
What do I look like? Some kind of circus performer? I'm not looking for showman.
That's fair.
I'm looking for show win, you know? And you can quote me on that.
I will.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm maybe starting to see what we're... yep, I'm starting to see what we're talking about here.
You're starting to understand.
I could get a second showman.
And why wouldn't you?
All right. Remember when I said that glass retrigger always beats a Baron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
so
changed.
This is maybe one of those
changed.
exceptions, right? Did you happen to get the deja vu in the shop?
I happen to get the deja vu and a strength.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we saw about the same length of the shop there, then. I think I may be at a slight advantage because as soon as I got the Baron, I've been picking up some high card levels. So yeah, I think that's probably just a level diff right now.
Do you still have acrobat?
I do still. I had 2 acrobats for a moment, but then I found
2 acrobats.
Yeah.
This man is showing, man.
I'm acrobatic. So that I don't have it anymore. I traded it for a trading card. Fittingly. So something to consider with PvP specifically, because you're going to start getting, especially at this stage in the run, you're going to start getting more and more money. Bouncing in and out of jokers can be, is very common. So something like that to-do list.
I already picked it up.
Right, I sold an acrobat for it just because, I can find another acrobat. 3x isn't that much. So, I can find something to replace the acrobat by the time we get to the PvP, and I'm not too stressed about it.
Sure. That's gonna win. Damn it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid. Once you have enough or a certain number of kings in your deck, you're just gonna start winning on accident.
It's true.
So something that to consider, even while this is very obviously a Baron build now, I'm still trying to do, when I generate a Sun card or a suit fixer, I'm still trying to consolidate my suits so that if an idol shows up, I can make that swap. I'm not married to this Baron build just because it's here now. You still want to keep progressing the deck fixing to the best of your ability.
Okay, I see.
Uh-oh.
I think I probably just lose.
Oh, yeah. You do. I'm sorry.
What did you get?
I got a second mime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that even makes Baron potentially compete with an idol build is something like a showman into extra copies of stuff. So showman is important even speculatively, just because you can get that extra joker up on your opponent even if it's not super likely to happen.
Sure.
Said I didn't draw particularly well, so but it's just kind of a difficult advantage to make up for.
My draws are really trash.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I think it's
I didn't draw the red seal.
Yeah, I think we probably red sealed the same card. I didn't draw it either. Yeah, I mean, that's just 100% a, like, our decks are about the same. If anything, yours is maybe better than mine. Yeah, you have
okay, oh, we can check.
Mine. I started building towards jacks pretty early. So some of my deaths are expended there. And I think, yeah, you've got a higher density of kings. You've got better enhancements on your kings. I think if I don't find that mime there, and maybe you have one extra life, you're able to turn that around just because your deck is in a better spot than mine. Probably as a result of those lucky cards going off, right? That extra money gets you pretty far through. Also, you probably got more purples as a result of the drunkard.
I kept the drunkard, yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's wise with how many purples. I think that's why your deck looks better than mine. And I think, again, outside of the situation where I find that mime there, you probably have a good chance of swinging that back.
That was fun, though. This is interesting. This is a very interesting... Yeah, the high card levels, I think, I was like level 2 or 3 or something.
That's it. Yeah, that's especially... I got an early blue seal on a queen. I was really not... Like, I think in most cases, if that stays the retrigger Dusk build, that's a bad pickup. Specifically because the Baron showed up, it becomes good. Okay. Especially when you get the double value off of it from the mime. But like high card levels are a little bit more or like super critical for getting a Baron build online and can be a difference maker in that specific situation. They can be a difference maker in like the retrigger builds, but more often than not, that's going to be who has more glass, who has a better fixed deck.
Sure. But on Baron Mime, like the difference between level 3 and level 10 high card is huge.
Exactly.
Whereas the difference between level 10 and level 20 is actually a little meaningless.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, I'm down to rip another if you want to just keep playing. Yeah. And I'm down to do it more properly this time.
Okay. So like the standard rules are we just mute during the and then unmute during the PvP section.
Okay.
So
I'll let you... I think it is more valuable for me right now for you to select the decks and stakes you think are valuable for me to play than for me to be like, I counterpick this with no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave the judgment up to you as far as what we play. Okay, and I'm happy to play some purple stake yellow deck as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that before we finish up today. But let's stay on white stake for a little bit longer. Red deck is another common choice because people like discards because it allows them to... Because Faceless Joker, because Mail and Rebate are so strong, the extra discards are have the potential to be valuable. So okay. we'll go ahead and treat it like a, I'm not going to go super cutthroat on you, but we'll treat it like a mostly real match. If you do have any questions though, if something comes up and you're not sure about an interaction or even just how something is rated, feel free to unmute and let me know.
Okay, word. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's rip it.
All right.
Good
Go
luck.
ahead and ready up. Yeah. Good luck to you.
I'll ready up when I'm damn well ready. Okay, Roffle.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be pressured by my opponent. Okay. Yeah. No,
here we go. I see. All right.
All right. Good luck, dude.
Good luck. You have to teach him about Legumin? It seems like he's already well aware. Based on that recent interaction. All right. So it's always Buffoon Pack here? I sincerely don't like. This is better. I think it's too early for the seance. I just want the money, especially with the voucher in the shop. Yeah, I don't think we get to the reroll voucher if we don't buy the if we don't take the golden. It's honestly worth the consideration, but maybe a little too expensive. Would have been a seance into the boss line. Not much you can do about that, right? I probably shouldn't have leveled up high card there. The red seal. Holy. Okay, we're skipping telescope. I think I'm skipping the blue. Technically, they give 11 chips. You want to check that again? Dad, are you okay? I'll stop the timer before it takes a life from you, by the way. I'm just...
What do you take me for some kind of coward?
Well, you're just learning. I'm not out here trying to bully you.
Roffle. Treat me with some respect. My reserve parking just hit all 4 face cards in my hand. Come on.
Okay, well, now I'm going to kick you from the call.
Okay.
I think he did a better job of getting parking value than me. So it may be a... I think Odd Todd can maybe get me a life here. But it may be wise to farm the reserve parking a little bit more with the half joker.
Greetings.
Okay, my read right now is that you're a little bit ahead of me as a result of doing a better job with the reserve parking.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to answer that. I'm just...
I will tell you, not a lot of value came out of the money I generated from it.
Yeah. But there's always next ante, right?
There is always next ante. Can I stop that? No, I'm thinking I won't, actually, which is maybe interesting.
Interesting for who? Uh-oh. All right.
Oh no, I wanted to play more hands.
Oopsie.
Oh. Rip. Okay, bye-bye.
I wonder if he saw something that we didn't as a result.
So is something like Bloodstone like good in PvP?
Yeah, so suits that you tend to build towards end up being some like blood or hearts tend to be high on the list because of the potential for a bloodstone. Just because that's like an on-scoring retriggerable effect.
Right.
So like you will see a lot of people build towards hearts with bloodstone in mind.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Who could have predicted we'd see a bloodstone there? Okay. Perfect. I mean, I would like to see more reserve parking hits. Really, glass card seems good. Am I dead here?
What that sound means?
That means I lost a life.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, you sound sorry.
I am.
All right. Probably pick up some scoring here then.
Well, I might be joining you shortly.
Yeah, Not so not so
Hang
confident
on.
now. That was some rough panouts, huh?
Wow, I cleared by 68. Okay.
Oh my god, mods. Mods, get this guy. Rest this man.
I'm unarrestable, and you can quote me on that.
He's got diplomatic immunity. What do we do? Gotta roll again, I think.
Okay,
All right.
hello.
Hi. So now from your perspective, what you want to be doing here is like aggressively pushing tempo to close out the game if you can. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I just don't. So like play glass, rip
Yeah,
it, etc.
I mean, I guess you have one of two things that you could do. You don't like if you start smelling blood, you can try and close things out quickly by being a little bit more aggressive with your glass, or you can just say, you know what, I've got a 2-life buffer. If you've got a value engine, you might be able to lean on that a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, so you know, you do have a couple options, but I tend to like look to go for the kill when I can.
Okay. So then I send my last hand because I'm lower?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I needed that. Going down to 1 is not ideal. All right. GG. I think I need to buy this as soon as possible. Okay. I really don't actually like the reserve parking. Maybe it's fine. If it hits. Money, please. Not exactly what I meant. I think I gotta roll again here. Roffle. I think I need to get out of this nonsense when I'm behind. Rewarded, I think. Hello.
Greetings. Roffle hates me. Won't even talk to me.
I forgot to unmute, I'm sorry. How are things looking on in ADEF?
Pretty good.
land right now?
I would say things are looking pretty good right
Okay.
now in ADEF land.
I don't like hearing that, but I guess I don't have a choice.
No, in many ways you don't.
That's unfortunate.
This is a very, I was just saying to my chat, but this is it's a very peculiar way to play the game. It's just so different.
Yeah, it is quite a bit different than single player. All right. Well, fortunately, I'm obligated to play here.
Ooh. Okay, King. Heard that. Perhaps
There was a king involved. You were right.
Perhaps we do a little bit of this. And then we do this. Okay, good luck.
Good luck to you. But not too much luck. I said not too much luck.
Well, our Bloodstone hits are aligned, so
Yeah. So you must have maybe a level diff or some additional scoring that I'm missing out on here.
I'll never tell. Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Red seal. It's a pretty big gap, considering I threw glass. It's a good hit. It's a great hit. As soon as we hit the gold seal, we're obligated to play towards the dusk, and also just because Bloodstone is a fickle mistress. So this actually wants to go second. I wonder if maybe a lucky card hit is the difference there, if maybe ADEF was further ahead in the lucky card queue. I'm still, like, yeah. I bet he got that plus 20 and that's the difference. I want that scary face, but... yeah, we're looking for a 6 again. Wait, I have a purple still. Stop giving me straight flushes. Is this a seance run still? Oh my god. We have... Yes, it was the seance run. Okay, we have to get out of this now. Two pieces of glass. All right.
Greetings.
Hello again.
You know that feeling when you sell a tarot card only to then discard a purple and then get the same tarot and realize you should have held it?
I know that feeling very well.
It's sort of a bad feeling.
Yeah. I agree. It's not a good feeling. Ooh, I almost did a bit of a fumble there. Would have been funny though. Well, guess I have to do this then. Ouch.
I don't know that I beat that, to be honest.
For what it's worth,
Let's find out.
glass cards also share a game-long queue just like lucky cards. So the breakage, you know, if we, all things considered, if we play the same number of glass cards, we'll have the same number of breaks.
I see.
So metering out your glass cards is a consideration. I think it's correct for you to play it there, just in case, like, you want to.
Yeah, because I don't know my full score, like,
right,
completely.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, good luck.
Good luck. Think they sell for the same? This is kind of absurd. I have so many purples and see so much of my deck, I just can't find them. There we go. That's a good one. do have that. There was also the this card to consider. We probably want to turn that into a heart since it's a red seal. So that could be what we save the sun for. Oh. Huge. Oh no. Okay. Any lucky? We have 2 lucky cards that can't be worth. I need the abstract. Yeah, the oops was early enough that it's almost assured that ADEF will get it. Could have discarded better. Should have discarded better. Wow. This on the 4.
Greetings. Did things change much for you in that
Oh
18?
yeah, things are heating up. That's for sure.
I don't like the sound of that.
All right. Turn order is on you.
Okay. I'm bungulating at the moment. Please be advised. I'm tabulating. I'm thinking.
And that's always dangerous for me.
Not sure if this is better. Probably not. All right. I'm just gonna send it, I think. Here we go.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Holy. I don't think I have that. Oh.
Wow, it was close.
It was a mime diff. You had steel in hand, didn't you?
I had one steel in hand, yeah.
Yep, that was literally just a mime diff. Well, no, because I had the abstract or the acrobat.
Acrobat,
so,
yeah, 1.5 times 1.5 is less than 3.
Right. So it must have. How much glass did you play there?
I had 3 glass, 1 holographic, and 1 lucky card that didn't proc.
Okay. Did you have a red seal glass or just a regular glass?
No, just 3 regular glass, 2 of which broke.
It must have been a level difference then, because I had a red seal glass. It was effectively 3 glass on my side too. The holo
my
card probably helped a
flush
little
level
bit.
was very high from the mime.
Yeah.
It was like level 14 or something.
That makes sense. See, I passed on that blue seal this time, and I got punished for it. That is 100% a level diff. Because I had molt cards ahead of mine, so it wasn't just the holographic. That was absolutely the blue seal value. So
I mean, this was kind of a crazy build.
This is not atypical for there wasn't a whole lot of money in the seed, to be honest with you. So this is a fairly weak build because of the lack of money. Yeah, on white stake things can get going pretty crazy.
Yeah, according to my chat, that makes me Roffle. So I'm now sort of like a Julius Caesar situation.
I think so. Yeah. You are the Roffle here now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well played. I wasn't holding back, so you just got me.
I definitely am not as worried as I like. Obviously, I have a lot to learn still, and I think I got decently lucky there, but I'm understanding, I think, how it works. I'm glad I'm understanding it more quickly than I thought I would, because I was actually a little nervous with how many other projects I've been working on that I just wouldn't have time to get in fighting form for this, and I don't want to make a mockery and show up and be woefully unprepared. You know what I mean?
That was never going to be a concern. So.
Well, I'm down to do one more. I want to get a glass of water first, though.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll do. We got to do yellow deck purple.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, same. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I was just about to say, if ADEF's AFK, does that make me the ADEF?
Yeah, you gotta say something only the real ADEF would say.
The greatest Pokemon in history is Psyduck.
I think I if someone had me at gunpoint, maybe I'd say that.
Okay. Yeah, it would be me having you at gunpoint. So
yes, meaning a Psyduck fan. If a Psyduck fan was holding me hostage, yeah, maybe. Okay, well, we are Yellow Deck, Purple Stake Gaming, I guess.
Yeah. So the difference here is scoring catches up with you a lot quicker. So you cannot greed. I mean, I got caught greeding last match, right? You can't. You really can't get away with it as the scoring starts to escalate. The first blind or the first ante is almost exactly the same. Things accelerate quickly after that, though.
Okay. I've got. I don't know if you saw Ludwig's. Can't stop laughing about it. Ludwig was he did some promo or something, or he's in Road to Empress. Some like I don't know what it is, but it's some. Have you seen this promotional material that he's in?
No, I think I heard him.
Open my
about
stream
it at one point.
Open my stream. I'll show you the promo image is so funny.
Yeah, he's okay. I've got yeah. That's what?
That's real.
I think I saw that picture online somewhere, and I assumed it was like a Photoshop or like an AI edit.
No, he posted the behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's incredible for this photo shoot. And the tweets about it are so funny, dude. Someone tweeted it and said that picture and said, "Me when the Duolingo streak hits 30 days."
Why did they put him in that wig?
It is so wonderful, dude. Oh, somebody else posted when the Mapo tofu hits my system.
Oh my god.
So funny, dude. Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready. I've got Ludwig on my layout. I'm mentally prepared.
You've done everything but click the ready up button. There we go.
Oh, right. I have to physically. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good luck.
All right. Good luck. All right. Let's go spades here. Why would me do this to me? Chat, how good did Frost Prime get after Murphy's coaching yesterday? Should I be worried? Zeno, what are you doing? I need to win still, right? Okay. Like, I mean... Oh no, I'm really doing this, aren't I? Smartest Roffle moment, making diamonds right before the window. There we go. Well, I guess we already did make diamonds. Here. Oh, Jesus. We have to get by with the Molt card. Because I need the rebate. Could also play a flush house. I meant to play that hand, not discard it. That was stupid. Punished. I'm just gonna take my medicine here. I miss... Oh, God. Just actively throwing now. Bad order. Hey, Jimbo. I gotta go fast here because I need to try and get rebate value so I can get the overstock. Over 7s. There's only 2 of them left in the deck. Bummer. Has to be done. Okay.
Well, things are not exactly going well, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't lost a life yet, right?
That's true.
Me neither. Barely.
Yeah, same, just barely. Oh boy.
Putting up real heaters on our scores right now.
True. Oh, this is so risky, dude.
Oh no. This is so sketchy.
Oh my god.
Alright, GG.
GG's.
Yeah, I was frantically just trying to get my value played with the 8 balls, and that did not work. Okay, we want to strengthen the queen to a king then. Huge. There we go. Getting a pretty small deck. The deck fix is happening. Jeez. What if we roll here? How is he zooming so much? Bro's not living the 8-ball life, I guess. Yeah, we should be able to get through. I think it needs to be the 3 of a kind though, just to be safe. Actually, I've leveled up pair. That was dumb. Minus $6. I get the higher level hands. Come on, man. I think we have reds. Whew. I don't know how you're getting through these blinds so quickly. There's so much to do.
Is that a... Are you... I hope you're doing a bit.
No, I'm having a hard time making it through without getting all my value.
I just can't... I don't... Nothing is going right. Oh, you're gonna cook me if that's your opening hand. Okay, never mind. Rip, I think, probably. Yeah, there's no way I'm clearing that, I think. Yeah. Just
you
bad.
made it close. I'm getting some
Okay.
really fortunate lucky card hits.
I'm getting no lucky card hits, so...
Well, you'll catch up. The good news is you'll catch up eventually, right?
Right,
So
right.
So.
All right. Peace.
Good luck. This put in a lot of work here. I think we're able to get the seed money even. Need you. You're pretty good. That's a whiff. I think we still just death it. Win. Thank you. I don't want to lose a life again. Oh. That I don't want to. That was too greedy once more. Okay. If we had that, it would have been fine. It's fine. I can fix this. Yep. This is where we turn the corner and get ourselves a free win. Once we finish strengthening. I wouldn't call it a free win, but the deck fixing is going to be to our advantage right now. Money is almost certainly to our advantage. I just need one strength. This might win, unfortunately. There's the strength. Okay, we're in business. Maybe time to get out of the 8-ball now. Honestly, it's probably correct to get out of the Baron. How does it hit 7s? I have so few. Hello. Oh, no,
Hello.
He doesn't want to talk to me.
What? No, of course I want to talk to you, Roffle. What happened there?
You know, I got a little greedy trying to get value again, and came up a little bit short. I thought I had it for sure, but I was very clearly very wrong.
That's tough.
Like that. Oh, that's a huge bummer. Feel like I should have been able to win this, and I don't think I am anymore.
This is stressful, man. I feel like my actual matches are going to be even like quite stressful.
Yeah, they are for sure.
Roffle is only down on the life count because he doesn't have Ludwig watching over him. That's actually true.
It certainly is a disadvantage.
The Divine Ludwig buff is insane.
Okay. All right.
Good luck.
Gotta lock in now, I guess. Probably means I'm done with you. Not being able to strengthen that remaining queen is a big deal, though. They have 2 aces. To expend the death. Never mind. Rewarded. Rewarded for dumb. I don't think we can go Baron here with this pickup. Hello.
Well, We find ourselves on the precipice.
Isn't that where you go to get to the magma worm?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. See, you're practically an Elden Ring aficionado already.
I mean, I'm great at viewing Elden Ring. I'm not so good at playing it.
Well, that's what this trade is all about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a
I've been lurking the rando
okay.
co-op.
Yeah, or do you know what our last boss is?
No.
It's it's gold free phase 1 for Promised Consort Radon into, which is fine, into Valiant Gargoyles.
Ah, but you have 2 people. So you can
Yeah, but
you
they're
can kite.
real tanky.
Yeah, they suck. They suck immensely.
I mean, they suck full stop, but like in that slot, they're especially unfun.
They are one of the worst bosses FromSoft has ever decided to give us. Okay. So I'm finding myself, I'm maybe sending my best hand first. Is that like weird to do?
What's up?
I didn't, my discards worked out such that like I'm just playing my best hand first.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Okay, I'm just making sure that's not like disrespectful or something. I don't
No. I mean, it makes it harder if you. It makes it harder to generate value if you wait until the end. It makes it harder to. I think I can get by with this. There's a lot of reasons why that might be the play.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm cooked.
Well,
I think my glass broke as well.
yeah, so did mine, obviously, but
oh, all of it broke. Okay,
not
awesome.
all of it, just the so this is the benefit of turn order. I had 2 pieces of glass. I didn't have to spend it all because I saw that I was going to be able to beat you without it.
What the hell did you get? Okay, all right, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Money, please. No. I wanted to see at least once. Okay, 8s is huge. Strengthen that into an 8 and play a flush or full house. That gives me the flush house. That gives me... I have any 8. Oh no, I can strengthen these 2 and play these. I don't want to see this. Probably should just work on strengthening the queen into a king, maybe. Here and here. Four kings left. This might just win with all the face cards and the molt card up front. Baron isn't bad for getting out of the blinds. Eights again. I do need to make sure that I draw my glass cards, though. We no longer have the potential to make a flush house unless we get a sun or a star. Hello?
Hello.
How we looking?
Eh. You know? Sort of eh.
Yeah. I can understand that.
That is not what you want to see.
Uh-oh. These are not the draws I'm looking for.
Ah, I whiffed my last draw.
Good chance that means I will too. If it makes you feel better.
You know, it makes me feel something.
I don't know if I beat this as a result. Unless I high roll some. Oh!
Wow!
One
Holy! Holy, dude.
Bloodstone let
Oh
me down
my
there a little
god.
bit, and I did not hit my glass card at the end. I bottom decked it.
I wasn't able, I got that glass red seal 7 of clubs. But I was never able to suit change it in time.
Yeah, I got it as well. I turned it into an 8, and then it broke. Because I needed to, I was fishing for that last card that I couldn't find, and needed to play it in a 3 of a kind.
That was so much more difficult. I mean, as you might imagine.
Why was Chad Golden?
What? Okay, what?
Chat. Look at my cards. Look at my deck. Look at my cards. Look at my jokers. Do I play the lucky without the red seal first, or the gold with the red seal first, or the heart with the red seal first? Come on.
What was the difference maker on the that previous round where you scored like 20 million? Just glass?
It was glass up front. Red seal glass.
Oh, you had red seal glass. Okay, where did that come from?
I think it was a... No, it was a... I got the red seal from a pack, and then I got a glass and a death, or a justice and a death immediately after that in the shop.
My econ was completely cooked for the first like 4 antes.
Oh,
like
my econ
absolutely
was
cooked.
outrageous. I think if I didn't sack that life by miscalculating, I'm in a better spot. I had 8-ball with Chad, and so my deck fixing was kind of crazy.
See, my 8-ball with Chad he didn't treat me so good. I think because I didn't have the money to benefit off of it well. But okay, I feel pretty good. I feel okay.
You should. I mean, you played well. You did. You picked it up quickly. It's mostly just Balatro. You just have to, like, again, eke out the value.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to walk me through it and play some games. It's
no problem.
Massively helpful and has reduced my stress level a lot.
I'm happy to hear that.
Anytime you want to play Night Rain or talk Elden Ring, you know where to find me.
Will do. Things get a little bit busy during the Balatro season, trying to keep up with like regular content as well. So maybe around the time it finishes, we can set something up, and maybe by then I'll have beaten Valiant Gargoyles.
I think by then you will have, yes. The only advice you need on Gargs is they are the only damage type that is really even remotely good against them is Strike.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem I have. Like, our weapons don't line up nicely into it. He's got a katana. I've got the grafted greatsword.
I mean, grafted's okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're both good damage. They're like, our damage isn't the problem. They're just so tanky.
Yeah. They suck. They suck a lot, and they have so many moves in their arsenal that are so dumb.
Yeah. The point. Well, here's the. I don't know if you've. Well, you haven't seen it yet, but like the poison in that arena, you just simply cannot see because of the golden haze.
Oh.
So we just keep getting caught in the poison and not realizing it with our +2 flasks.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers, dude.
Are you gonna keep streaming, or are you done for the day?
I am. Yeah. I'm gonna pop back over to Hollow Knight.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll send people your way. They can figure out what's going on in Hollow Knight. And
there's a knight and he's hollow. Is really
exactly. I'm sure they know. They have a better sense of it than me.
All right. Take care, dude.
All right. See ya.
Thanks.
God, we can't even get through a practice match without people being like I hate streaming multiplayer so much, man. I just hate it. The mime there was very obviously a bad play. Anyone can see that. but because in hindsight it was a difference maker, like it's so frustrating, man. People are just so annoying. Anyway. Yeah, we might just do emote only during the matches because, like, y'all are just incapable of restraint sometimes. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably just do some normal high score. I don't have anything specific planned. But thank you all for watching. Go hang out with Adef. He is, in fact, the Roffle now since he beat me in a couple of these. So, see ya.